Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Aquarius, so you're going to be the beginning of an entirely new series that I'm going to be doing, going through the zodiac here. I kind of had a feeling I was going to sit down and do your reading today, but I didn't really know what it was about or what was going to happen. And so anyways, it's been a while, but the Oakman came out of the fairy deck. I was just kind of picking up some decks here after I've been doing some private readings and getting the table organized to do this. And I picked up the fairy deck, and I actually didn't intend to use it. And as I picked it up, literally the Oakman card came out from the middle. I don't know, just somewhere in the deck, and it just laid on the table, and it was just looking at me, just face up like that. And I just I heard. Well, I kind of heard it in bits and pieces. No, in front of the table. Thank you. I heard it kind of in bits and pieces that Larry wants to be front and center. And he's going to need his own channel, I think, right? Are you going to need your own channel, Larry? Oh. But he still ends up taking up a lot of the table and his fluff. Which, you guys have seen a lot of orbs. I think some of it's Larry. I think some of it's Larry. So anyways, so the Oakman, I heard, before I heard that, I heard that they wanted to go through the entire zodiac. And I know they've done that once before, this energy. If you're not familiar with the Oakman, it's an energy that came forward in my channel, quite a few years ago, just before the start of the pandemic, actually. And then they were kind of a bit of a guiding energy through the pandemic. And many, many times I've seen comments of people saying, do an Oakman reading, Now, the Oakman is not an energy that I feel is something that I just call on. Hey, guys, let's do a reading. It's not really that energy. It's the kind of energy that calls on you. So, I didn't know if the Oakman would come around again. But so here they are. So the Oakmen are here. And I would describe the Oakmen again as it's like an energy of many that comes through as one. So it's almost like the root system. If you imagine the root system of a stand of oak trees, and all the roots are they're all joined. It's one energy. It's like a very old and wise entity within the forest of the fairies. So I got that message. So we're starting with you, Aquarius, in this, going through the zodiac. And then I heard the end of a 5-year cycle. And this has something literally to do with walking out of the forest, or walking out of one forest into another. I don't know. It's just walking out of a forest, the end of a 5-year cycle. So I thought, well, that's interesting. So then I thought, I'm going to try to channel a message for each, as I go through the zodiac, and to kind of get an idea what is very prominent about each sign's 5-year cycle. Some 5-year cycle here that's coming to an end. And it's kind of funny, right? Well, I'm trying to think, when did the Oakman... I think it was about 4 years ago, though, that the Oakman came into my reading. So anyways, they say it's a 5-year cycle. So for you, Aquarius, I'm going to be pulling cards. I'm actually going to be going back into the fairies. I'm going to see what energy has been guiding you, and what energy... Wow, that's interesting. I'm literally seeing like an individual, I guess, of you walking through the forest, and it's almost like you're on a path. It's a very clear path, and you're about to walk past the threshold, and there's a fairy holding your hand, almost like a little escort, as you leave the forest. So that's very fascinating. That's really fascinating. This little fairy. So that's what this energy is going to be. The energy that is escorting you out of this 5-year cycle in the forest. So yours is really interesting. Yours is these could be very specific, and yours is. So this forest, some of you are ending a 5-year period of celibacy. And some of you are about to enter a 5-year period of celibacy. This is all about cleansing and being cleansed. All right. So that's what I got for you. So that's what I have for you on that one. Aquarius, that's what I channeled for you. Some of you are ending a 5-year period of celibacy, and others of you are entering a 5-year period of celibacy. So let's get started. Let's see. So what is the fairy energy that escorts Aquarius out of the forest? And it's kind of funny because regardless of whatever comes out here, like it's being shown to me as a very benevolent energy. Yeah, it's kind of a weird feeling. It's also got this feeling of like, let's say there's something that really difficult. It almost feels like the forest gets quite dark. Like there's really dark areas in the forest, but you've come to a threshold, a point here in the forest where the clearing is almost obvious. And because there's a clearing up ahead, like it really lights up that area of the forest that you're still in. And the forest is coming through as some type of journey where there's a lot of different elements and cycles that change and shift through it. Like even think of a forest has a lot of sort of micro environments, ecosystems within it, and it's almost like you've journeyed through those. But this energy that is escorting you out of the forest is quite it's quite benevolent. I'm just like kind of seeing that regardless of what, like it's just kind of holding your hand, having like a little talk. So how did it go in the forest? Yeah, it was nice having so let's see. Wow. You guys have the singer of transfiguration that is escorting you out of the forest. Number 11. You have the green woman at the bottom. I don't know. I feel like there's been a bit of teasing. I just heard teasing you towards abundance. Teasing you towards abundance. This is a very playful and don't take life so serious, you silly kind of energy. So let's actually go into the book. Let's do that together. Number 11. The singer of transfiguration is escorting you out of a 5-year period in the forest. Transformation, transcendence, and metamorphosis is the theme of your escort. It says jackpot. This card in a reading signifies the joy of success after a time of struggle. A new way of life has been accepted and is being integrated. A sense of inner peace is growing. The struggle has all been worth it. This is a time of consolidation and joy, and is both a reward for past achievements and a time of preparation for the next climb up the path. Wow, I feel like I'm on the right track. I felt like everything that kind of came in intuitively about doing this for y'all is on the money. So you have the singer of transfiguration. Oh, that's kind of beautiful. All right, then. I see how this is happening. This is a very, whatever's going on in this 5-year cycle that's closing, it's very orchestrated. So as you are being escorted by the fairies out of this dark forest, I'm going to call it the dark forest. I'm getting a song. It's from an old cartoon. I don't know if I'm Canadian, so I have no idea if it was just like something that was in Canada or it was worldwide. But the green forest, remember that? The green forest, the green forest. The stories you read about all come to life. Yes, the stories you read about all come to life. So there's something about a lot of things that you may have read about in life, you actually ended up experiencing in this forest, in this 5-year cycle, in this 5-year period. Now, okay, so what I was going to say is you're being escorted by a fairy energy out of this forest. And it's almost like I kind of want to say it's almost as if it's showing me that there's always an entity around you guiding you. And so it is orchestrated in that manner. And as you walk out and past the threshold of this forest and you approach this clearing, there is another energy which is going to be represented by the wild unknown. And that is the energy that takes your hand. So that's interesting here. That is the energy that takes the hand of Aquarius. So you've completed a transformation too, right? Like the obvious. You've completed, or maybe you have created. It tried to come out of my mouth twice. So you've created, maybe you have created something, and through this creation there was some type of transformation. Or you've even transformed some type of creation. The creation could be something that you've been making outside of yourself, or it could even be within yourself. Yeah, I really am hearing that song over and over again. Whoa, the fire ants. There's a lot of attention waiting for you. There's a lot of attention. Okay, something's been waiting for you to come out of the forest. Whoa, we really got to see what that is. Something's been waiting for you to come out of the forest. Have some of you been hiding in the forest? It's interesting. Some of you have been hiding in the forest. I do feel like there's a lot of attention. That's interesting. So let's see. Y'all are going to be getting a lot of attention as you come out of the forest. Actually, I'm not going to jump right to that. I'm going to start with the Singer of Transfiguration. You've had a transformation here. There's a lot of attention. There's almost like the energy of a lot of different energies trying to like take your hand. Why, I wonder? Maybe there's some absence that's been felt over a 5-year period for you. That's kind of interesting. If some of you have been in a 5-year period of celibacy, maybe, I don't know. The Singer of, well, the Son of Cups, the Knight of Cups. This is a beautiful energy escorting you out of the forest. A very beautiful energy escorting you out of the forest. It is very heart-centered. It is very heart-focused. So the fire ant, it's the Ace of Cups. I don't feel like this is a bad energy, which is kind of funny because the fire ant is typically a lot of unwanted attention, or there's something so, well, but it's all beautiful. It's all beautiful. Let's develop both of these fully. Let's kind of see. It's funny. If I try to ask, can I see what was going on in the forest? It's too dark. You can't look back there. You're just walking forward. The Devil, the Five of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like some of you all in the period of the forest here have been working through karmic energies. You've been alchemizing karma. You've been paying some type of karmic debt over the last 5 years in the forest. And it feels to me, particularly with the Six of Pentacles ending that you've brought some type of physical balance into your world. And there's heart center energy that's transforming you, that you've transformed. Your heart center energy has been transformed through a 5-year period. A 5-year period. I find that fascinating, right? Because the Oakmen, so I don't know. I shouldn't try to overthink it. Because the Oakmen, I'm pretty sure it was 2020. Wasn't it? That they came onto my channel. So anyways, yeah. Well, that's kind of interesting, right? The Devil is 15, the 5 of Cups, and then the 6 of Pentacles. The Devil may have been broken down into 3 specific elements. Like there may have been 3 specific karmic energies. That you have been alchemizing. I kind of want to say too, there's something that is attaching it to sadness. Like, maybe perhaps there's some choices that you've been making that were not filling up your own bucket here, that you were, allowing yourself to become drained, emotionally. I just heard emotionally used, so that's interesting. But you have a nice shiny little cup here right now. It's got a lot of light coming out of it. So that is very interesting. I don't know how close y'all are to the threshold or where exactly this line is. Now it's kind of interesting too, isn't it? It's number 11, and that's the house that Aquarius represents. You're the 11th sign in the zodiac, and you have that. This could be something that's taking place over an 11-month period here. Or it could be something that, as you approach the end of the forest, the threshold to the clearing, that could even be happening maybe in your actual season. Some of you be completing this alchemization. Now, some of you, because it's funny, right? Like it says some of you are ending this period of celibacy and others of you are entering it. And I kind of want to say for some of you, the dark forest was cleansing yourself, and others of you, some of you have taken on energies that you need to cleanse while being in the dark forest. So the Ace of Cups and the Fire Ant. It's funny, it says Fire Ant, right? But the card is covered in ants. Like it's singular, but obviously the image is like more plural based. There's so many there. So are you are one of many? But you see, even the crocodile as an underline is a bit of an uncomfortable energy. It's odd, but the Ace of Cups, it fixes it, it repairs it. The Daughter of Swords, I'm telling you, there is like a crowd. I don't know if it's a crowd or it's at least more than one energy. Or it's an energy of someone perhaps who themselves has a lot of attention directed towards them. The Six of Wands, boy, oh boy, and the Mother of Cups. Okay, so I'm seeing somebody, it's almost like you walk into the dark forest, whatever that symbolizes for you here. Everybody's life is a little bit different, but you walk into the dark forest, and then you're walking through the dark forest, and I'm seeing a labyrinth within the dark forest. It's not, at first I was just thinking, oh, okay, it's like you enter it and you walk straight through and then you exit it. No, you enter it and it's like a labyrinth. And then you come out actually in the same spot that you entered. But energy has been changed. Like this energy is very comfortable. This energy is very uplifting. You have the Ace of Cups, the Mother of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Daughter of Swords. I really honestly do feel like there's some energy that's been waiting for you, right? It's just symbolic. It doesn't have to be a person. It is at least like a guide. Perhaps there's a part of yourself here that you needed to activate to be able to navigate through even maybe uncomfortable energies where there could be a lot of attention directed towards you, but be able to navigate it with ease and without any problems. Because the tarot cards that come out with the fire ant they don't show any type of discomfort here. Well, that's interesting. The Three of Swords is at the bottom with the crocodile. Why is the crocodile here? Crocodile is sitting in a shallow water. The Two of Swords. The Seven of Wands. And the Moon. It's, oh. This moon reminds me of like being in the dark forest, right? Yeah, I want to say this is an energy that is weighted for you. Is this like a person energy? I think it's just a guide energy. Whoa, these came out very specific. Three of Swords and Six of Swords. Yeah, no, this energy has been waiting for you to alchemize. Sitting and waiting for you to alchemize. I kind of want to say that you're going into and alchemize the heart, overcome difficulties within the heart space. Because it does honestly feel like you're going into a period here when you walk out into the open area out of the forest, that you're going to find quite a bit of success in relationships. You're going to feel like your cup is running over. And right, like this is almost like many cups with nothing, like it's just disappointing if there's anything in the cup. It's not worth drinking. It's almost like one thing after another after another. So yeah, as you come out of the forest, you are moving into a period here, Aquarius, of emotional happiness and fulfillment. It feels like a very abundant cycle in terms of your emotional needs. Oh my God, look at that. And you have the Ten of Cups at the bottom. Nine of Swords is in the reverse. It's just, yeah, wow. Oh, that's nice. So there you go. That's what's going on for you. The Oakmen want to talk to each one of you. And that was the message that you have regarding the forest. So I'm going to go and do the extended. I'm hearing that the Oakmen in the extended, I know that there's a theme for a channeled message. I haven't channeled it yet. All I know is that the theme is liars. So I don't know what that's about. We're going to have to see. But I'm still going to pull tarot cards out in the extended as well. They're just going to be, okay, I'm being shown like, if you're sitting in a big armchair with almost like a grandfather-like figure. It's a little bit like how I feel this energy kind of sort of is like, they're like the grandfathers of the forest. So this energy is just going to talk to you openly there. And I'm going to, before I get in, I'm going to sit down and get in and do the extended and see what the liars is about. So there you go. that's what I have for you, Aquarius. Thank you so much. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.